You've probably heard of intermittent fasting, but what about eating just one meal a day? For the past 30 days, I've been following the one meal a day diet. And today, I'm sharing exactly what happened to my body, mind, and energy levels. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. First, let's talk about what OMAD is. OMAD stands for one meal a day, and it's a form of intermittent fasting where you restrict your eating to just one meal within a 1-hour window each day. So basically, for 23 hours, you're fasting. My one meal had to include all the calories I needed for the day, which usually ranged between 1,800 to 2,200 calories depending on my activity level. So why did I decide to do this? I've heard a lot about the supposed benefits of intermittent fasting, from better focus and more energy to weight loss and improved metabolism. And as someone who's always up for a challenge, I thought, why not? But first, let's start with how my body felt in the early days. Let's be real, the first few days were tough. My body was used to getting food throughout the day, and suddenly eating only once left me feeling seriously hungry. I also had some headaches and low energy in the first week. It was like my body was asking, where's the rest of the food? But after a few days, things started to get easier. By week 2, something interesting happened. I stopped feeling hungry all the time. My body seemed to adapt to the new eating pattern, and I noticed my energy levels were more stable throughout the day. It wasn't all sunshine, though. On some days, I felt mentally foggy before my meal, and social situations involving food were tricky, to say the least. By weeks 3 and 4, I started seeing more benefits. My digestion improved, I lost a few pounds, and I felt more mentally sharp. It was like my body was getting used to burning fat for energy during the fasting hours. But there were also some challenges. Some days, I'd eat my meal to fast and feel super bloated. And let's just say that my energy in the gym wasn't always consistent. So after 30 days of OMAD, what's my verdict? It definitely has its pros and cons, but first, let's break them down. One of the most noticeable benefits was weight loss. Since I was only eating once a day, it naturally limited my calorie intake. The restriction helped create a calorie deficit without feeling like I was on a strict diet. Also, during the fasting period, my body started tapping into fat stores for energy, which helped with fat loss. With only one meal to prepare, I saved a ton of time. No more worrying about breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I wasn't spending as much time cooking, cleaning, or even thinking about what to eat. This freed up my day for other activities and made my routine a lot simpler. Surprisingly, I noticed that during my fasting periods, I felt more focused, especially in the mornings. Without my body constantly digesting food, my energy wasn't diverted toward digestion, and I could concentrate better. It's like my mind was sharper when I wasn't constantly thinking about my next meal. Because I was giving my digestive system a long break between meals, I noticed a significant improvement in digestion. I felt less bloated, and my body seemed to process food more smoothly. My stomach wasn't constantly working, which made me feel lighter throughout the day. One of the best parts of OMAD is its simplicity. Instead of obsessing over what to eat 3 times a day or worrying about healthy snacks, I only had to think about one balanced meal. This reduced decision fatigue and made life a lot easier. If you hate meal planning, OMAD definitely simplifies things. Now, let's talk about the cons. While OMAD had its upsides, there were definitely some challenges. One of the biggest challenges was how OMAD affected my social life. Whether it was lunch with coworkers or dinner with friends, my eating window rarely aligned with theirs. Sitting at a restaurant with nothing to eat while everyone else enjoyed a meal? Yeah, that was awkward. I either had to explain my eating schedule or just sit there with water. While I felt more focused in the mornings, my energy levels were inconsistent, especially when it came to physical activity. Some days, I had plenty of energy to hit the gym, but on others, I felt completely drained, especially before my meal. My performance in the gym wasn't always great. Cardio and intense strength training were harder without a steady fuel source throughout the day. When you only have one meal a day, there's a temptation to eat as much as possible in that single sitting. And trust me, sometimes I did, but eating too quickly or too much led to bloating and discomfort. It's hard to balance getting enough nutrients in one meal without feeling stuffed. While I felt sharp in the early mornings, as the day went on and I got closer to my eating window, I experienced some mental fog and irritability. The hunger would make it hard to concentrate, especially if I had a long stretch of work or meetings before eating. This dip in focus and productivity was definitely a downside. Although I enjoyed the simplicity of OMAD, it felt a bit extreme as a long-term lifestyle. Eating just once a day can make it difficult to get a wide variety of nutrients consistently. It can also be tough on your body, especially when it comes to getting enough protein, vitamins, and healthy fats. For me, OMAD seems better suited as a short-term challenge rather than a permanent way of life. So, what did I learn from this experience? OMAD definitely has some strong benefits, especially for people looking to lose weight or simplify their routine. But it's not for everyone, and it comes with some real challenges like social difficulties and energy fluctuations. I don't think it's something I would want to do long-term, but it was worth the experiment. If you're considering OMAD, my advice is to start slow, listen to your body, and make sure you're getting enough nutrients. And of course, talk to a health professional before making any big changes to your diet. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you've ever tried OMAD or if you're thinking about giving it a go. See you next time.